I'm very sure that you probably have heard some complaints that police are extorting, some police officers are extorting people when they are passing, and people are just having free will to go and...
Yes, that is part of the address I gave to the DPOs in Lagos State yesterday. We don't want to add to Nigerian pains, just like the president doesn't want to. So anybody found extorting will have to face it.
My people, I greet you all. The problem we are having now in Nigeria is getting too much that we in diaspora can't just just sleep and let things go worse in our country. It's the only country we have, Nigeria. But I think the problem we have in Nigeria, which I think is difficult and we take grace of God to settle, is all the problems are the leaders. The leaders of Nigeria are very bad and they are not ready to change things, number one. Number two, the politicians. The politicians are so wicked people. They don't have the interests of we Nigerians at heart. That's why things are going also very, very bad. We have the highest paid senators or politicians in Africa. These people just pick the money and just cater for the family, for the unborn children too, the community leaders. Why I say the community leaders is because we have the Fulani herdsmen everywhere in Nigeria killing people, in Nigeria communities. I don't think those Fulani headmen can come into a community without the awareness of the community leaders. The community leaders have to be held accountable for these things happening. Fourthly, we have the Nigeria security to blame. The Nigeria security, I mean, from the armed force or the soldier men to the police. Since the issue of coronavirus, these people have killed a lot of people, more than the coronavirus itself. According to Europe News, Nigeria have lost 11 people to coronavirus disease. But these policemen or armed force men have killed enough. We have problem too with the Chinese authority. Nigeria in China or Nigeria in diaspora are being maltreated because our leaders are not behaving well. What I mean, our leaders go to these foreign places, China and all the rest, borrow money. They keep on borrowing and borrowing and borrowing money. And this money is not accountable for. They don't use this money for Nigeria, they just use for themselves. How will you as a leader talk to people that you borrow money from? It's not possible. Even if your children or the Nigerian citizen did something wrong in that community or in that country they are, or did something right, and the country they are, I mean diaspora, treated Nigerian citizen the way they are not supposed to treat it. You, the leader of the nation, can't do anything because you are a borrower. How will a borrower fight the lender? It's not possible. So I think Nigeria should stop borrowing money from standard world. Look at China now. China is invading Africa. I know what is talking about it. And coming to the issue of the problem of this corona issue in Nigeria, I mean the lockdown. How will you ask your people to stay at home when you cannot provide for them? If you have somebody to stay indoors, your citizen, you have to do something for them. I know it's not easy for Nigeria, or maybe Nigeria is broke, I don't know. But you have to try your effort. Individuals have been trying to raise funds, to buy food for these people, to help them. But the government keep low. Even the politicians are not doing nothing. And I have a question for the government. How will you feel? I'm talking to the government of Nigeria or the leaders of Nigeria. How will you feel when your citizen dies in your hands? How will you feel when your citizen dies in your hand? And for you, Nigerian citizen, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right or I know it all. You know better. You try to contribute to our people back home. A lot of them are suffering. I know you people have been doing enough, but still do your best because it's not easy back home. Please. And the issue for Nigeria back home is most of the Nigerian citizens prefer to die with this coronavirus or unseen disease and virus in Nigeria than dying of hunger. Because the hunger in Nigeria is much. It's even worse than this coronavirus issue. So I think Nigerian people, they want to be let out because they are not well fed. They need something to eat. They don't want to die inside. So the government should look about this thing. And for you, Nigerian citizens or my viewers watching me, if you feel what I'm saying is not correct, listen to this video. Thank you very much.
Who born you? Who be you? Who are you? You color. Who